Okay. So, guys, we are tuning in. We are excited because you are live with Dr. Chapa. And this is a great experience for me to leverage technology to the hilt because this has been a great weekend for me just to kind of set back and recap what I do every day. I go to seminars throughout the month, throughout the year, and I learn new ideas. I see new practice, and I get ideas on how to serve people better at a different level and a different capacity. But at the end of the day, it's the ninth. And guess what that means? It is parasite hunting time. And that means that you guys get to join, if you will. It's self-selection. You don't have to, but the reality is we need to be doing an ongoing maintenance of bug killing. There used to be a time in my life where I would just do bug killing once a year, and sometimes I'd go a little bit longer because I didn't set the calendar. Well, with the full moon being present today, wherever you're at, you can exponentially maximize the bug killing experience and give your body an opportunity to get the upper hand. When you deburden the body of parasites, guess what's going to happen? You're going to feel better. You're going to perform better. You're not going to allow your immune system to get weak, tired, and run down where it can be easily manipulated by things like the weather. Or you're not going to see issues in your body that are inflammatory. Many people right now are worried about how their body's aging. They're overweight. They have health crises going on in their skin. Their hair's falling out. Their thyroids are wrecked, and they have belly pain. Their belly bloated. It is bloated, and they are gaining that midsection middle that nobody likes, that muffin top that burdens everybody, right? So these are all indicators that you have toxic trash built up in the body. Well, what we want to do is maximize how your body is living and breathing day in and day out. And so at Dr. Chapa Wellness, I'm all about finding ways to take your health to a new level, take your health to a new stable state where you can age gracefully. And if you're not doing detoxification in the 21st century, you are just truly missing an opportunity to be a better version of yourself. You're not going to age as well as you would hope. And my hope for you is that you realize that it's your life, your health, your choice. And a lot of people have to just embrace this idea. What is he talking about? Killing parasites. It's bug killing season. It's the full moon, guys. The full moon means that you can take advantage of health and wellness by taking your health into your own hands and start cleaning your tissues, cleaning your body systems, whether you're detoxing your bowels, detoxing your liver. When you do our parasite protocols, what you're going to discover is you're discovering that your body will go after where the burdens are at. You don't have to call up the liver and say, hey, liver, I need you to take care of this situation. You don't have to call up the kidneys and say, hey, I need you to go, clean out apartment number 62 and 47. They're infested with parasites. When you take the protocols that we build, and I love standard processes protocols. I've got my own protocols from orthomolecular. I've got protocols from Cellcore. What we discover is that different bugs, cestodes, nematodes, strongyloids, protozoa, these different types of bugs and bacterium and more. There's so many classifications of parasites that every type of herbal that we use will target different types of tissues or bugs that are hiding in tissues that need to be ejected. And it's our job to help our bodies to go after these burdens, and we got to do it every month. We got to do it often, regularly. It is maintenance. It's like the air filters on your house. It's like the rotating of the tires of your car. It is ongoing. It is not a one and done deal. It is not because you've made it this far, 30, 40, 50 years into the world, and you've never done one that you should be like, I don't need to do that. I've made it this far. I'll be fine. Yeah, but what if you could enhance your symptom wellness curve. Instead of having high symptoms and low output, low vitality, I like it to call it the vim, vigor, and the vip. Let's challenge ourselves and go above and beyond and say, you know what? I'm not going to settle for mediocrity in my body. I'm not going to allow my body to age on the accelerated aging curve where people are having more symptoms, polypharma involving, meaning multiple drugs laid on the wellness track, and we call that well-being. 70% or more is the going rate for people thinking they're healthy, but they have more than 7 symptoms that they're dealing with in their body. 75% or more think they are healthy psychologically, but yet they've been told that they have an anxiety disorder, a depressive disorder, or they've been recommended to be on some sort of antidepressant and maybe even on such. So we have to ask ourselves a question, like, how do we develop symptom patterns that we weren't genetically born with? Time and lack of maintenance. We have not been taught to take care of our bodies in this way. Detoxification, I've been promoting for 20 years that you need to be doing an ongoing every 6-month detox program in order to maintain and clean out the tissues of the body, the liver, the kidneys, the bowels, the lymphatic system. This will ensure that the brain is not inflamed. This will ensure the blood is not inflamed. This sets you up for great success. And that's what we teach. That's what our Dr. Chapa Wellness Detox is all about. So if you go to drchapawellness.com, our Detox in a Box is something that you could do any time of year. We got courses that come along with the program, and it's designed to give your body a full body detox program to maximize those tissues. But when it comes to the full moon parasite protocols, these are simple. You just got to take a protocol. We have para 1, para 2, para 3. We've got binders that we associate with each one of these. We've got orthomoleculars, got the Parasite Forte. We've got wormwood complex from MediHerb and artemisinin from MediHerb. And these different protocols that we put together are essentially designed to get your body hungry for fighting back against inflammation, looking for bugs and inflammatory agents that are causing your body to spiral off out of control. So I just jump on here every month and share what I've seen in practice. Last month, I saw more pictures that people sent me of worms, roundworms, or what seemingly look like liver flukes that they could see in their stool. But the more cool thing is when a person is going through a detox parasite cleanse, they have symptoms. Their skin flares up. Their body smells. They have bowel changes, and that scares a lot of people. But you don't realize there is no magic in getting rid of toxins, parasites specific. What we have to do is we have to realize the body's going to use and go through a process to clean out these tissues, and you might feel some symptomatology as you are pushing the toxins off. Well, Doc, I thought you said that if I have symptoms, I need to do a parasite cleanse, and now you're telling me I'm going to get symptoms for doing a parasite cleanse. Well, I'm glad you asked. And that is true. The process, the messy in the middle, that is the thing that no one's teaching about. That is the uncomfortable space that we've got to help people really grab hold of, so that they understand that it's okay that their body is having symptoms while they're on a program. If I put a person on a detox program, a parasite cleanse, and they get constipated, I now discovered, I basically highlighted the area of the body that's a problem. And so I go, guys, that's not a bad gig. That's what you want. You want your body to find the area of burden and remove the burden. And that area of burden now underneath that, like pulling up a rock out of your garden, and there's worms and maggots and critters and things underneath there, those grub worms, for example, which you don't want in your garden. That's an indication that there's unhealthy tissue under there. By removing the burden, the parasite, by plucking it out of the liver, out of the kidneys, out of your eyes, out of your face. 2 parasite cleanses ago, I had a parasite literally in my beard. And I mean, it felt like a cystic acne spot. Now, I've never had cystic acne, but it was terrible. Like, it hurt. It was swollen. It was red. I mean, it wouldn't come to a head. So I had to literally put a lot of adaptogenic herbs on my beard, skin, specifically to get down in there. Some coconut oil to loosen that tissue up. Hot compresses to bring it to a head and help the body manually pull whatever was coming out of my face out. Now, thankfully, it was in my beard, so nobody could see it, and it was gross, and it was there for literally 12 days, but it went away. I stayed faithful to the process. I didn't quit because I had an uncomfortable situation. 2 or 3 cleanses ago, I had a bump pop up on my eyeball. If you go back and look at some of my old vids, you'll see that bump pop up on my face. So what does that say? One of my friends was saying, dude, it looks like in your blood work, you got a sinus infection. I'm like, dude, I don't ever have sinus trouble, ever. I don't have inner ear ringing. I don't have floaters or spots. You're making that up. There's no way. He just kept telling me your zinc's low, and I bet you've got something cruddy going on in your sinuses. That's where they came out. They came out of my eye, and they came out of my eyebrow, and they came out of my beard or my chin. Well, what if those things could have brewed into something more over the course of years if I didn't address the serpent in the belly? If I didn't give my body a chance to go find these burdens and then pluck them out of my brain, pluck them out of my sinuses. And so I went through a little bit of discomfort. They say in the beginning, okay, and this is my point to his statement to me. There's no way, right? There's no diagnosis. I don't have any bloat. I don't have any symptoms. I don't know what you're talking about, doc. But yet my blood work showed I had low white blood cells. My zinc has been running a little bit low. I definitely have some, immune challenges that I can see that I'm working on. And in the beginning, disease is hard to recognize. So that's good. I can't recognize it. But the problem is I'm not fixing what I don't see because I'm not under a wellness care plan. That is what I'm trying to get you guys enrolled in. Enroll in the process. Learn the techniques and the tools that I'm teaching and get the courses, especially my Detox in a Box, and at least enroll that twice a year. That is an easy 42-day-a-year program. You can do 21 days in the beginning, 21 days at the end, or you can do 4 10-day programs. Go to drchapawellness.com, and you can get access to the Detox in a Box. But the Parasite cleanse is something you can do regularly, and all of a sudden now, what am I preventing? What if I'm preventing Alzheimer's? I was praying about that one roundworm that came out. And literally last month I had 3 patients bring me pictures of roundworms. And I'm like, guys, it's nasty. I mean, it's gross. But what they said on the backside is they felt so much energy. They felt so much clarity. Their mind literally just kind of like opened up. The spark plugs were cleaned and their brain power was back in line. And I said to myself, what are we preventing? So I prayed about it. I said, Lord, what is it that we are preventing? Like, I passed around one time a few months back. And I go, Lord, what is that? And he says, that's dementia that you're not going to have at 85. Wow. Wouldn't that be something, if you have ever watched a person suffer with a brain illness, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, just memory loss, slow, sluggish memory, falling short on names, numbers, and words, you name it, it starts easy and progresses to more severe. But what if it indeed is parasites pooping in your brain? I hate to be gross, but that's exactly what they're doing. And what happens is your cholesterol rising as you get older is probably due to your inefficiency at detox because you have never detoxed. That's why what you've seemingly got away with your whole life, you can't keep playing by the ignorant rules and just go, okay, I'm going to turn a blind eye. No. This is a call up, because just like I got people that coming in right now getting reacclimated to new insurance plans because they retire, which changes their whole health picture. Apparently, whenever you retire, now all of a sudden you need to be put on a statin for wellness. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you, oh, well, man, your blood pressure is a little bit high, so we're going to put you on a blood pressure medication for wellness. This is just a gateway drug, guys, into the medical system. I'm going to teach you, it's your life, your health, your choice. Take the bull by the horns, enroll in these protocols, and you will have no long-term effects of negativity. You will only give your body resources and tools to age gracefully through your adult, aging, elderly years. And if you start now, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, because in the end, disease is easy to recognize, and it's harder and harder and harder if it's polypharma and polysymptomatic and polydiagnosis, multiple, right? Harder to fix. It's not that you're a lost cause or a lost hope, but why settle? I've got people in their 40s coming to me and they're brain fogged. They're brain dead. They have symptoms of chronic fatigue. They have thyroid issues. They're blaming cholesterol. They're blaming hormones. All this because the body's bioburdens are too high. We've got to help you get your bioburden down in such a way that you can thrive in a world that is trying to contaminate you, poison you. And so when you do the protocol, I have a 3-day parasite protocol. I have a 5-day parasite protocol. I have a 7-day parasite protocol, all designed to give you the tools and resources to take your health to the next level. And I love teaching about this because nobody else is. America still mocks parasite cleansing. And so I'm telling you, this is a great resource and a great tool to help your body kill off parasites quickly, effectively, efficiently, all the days of your life, all through a month long. And this gives you a heads up. So you can do this, guys. And it's not hard to thrive in a world that is setting us up for failure by lack of education and lack of tools and resources. At 281-554-8600, you can call my office and get a parasite protocol. You can enroll as a patient if you want, one-on-one coaching on how to get your health and wellness curve under control in other areas of your life. You can go to drchapawellness.com and you can leverage our detox in a box. And I just jump on every month and remind people, it's bug killing time. The full moon is here. It's up to you. It's your life, your health, your choice. You can get rid of all kinds of bugs. You don't even have to know what a nematode is or a cestode is. You don't have to know what a strongyloid is. You can go look it up, and you can go look up and see that a lot of cancers are tumors are parasite based. A lot of syndromes that where people have multiple diagnoses, multiple autoimmunities are parasite based and yeast overgrowth based. And by decreasing this bioburden, you're always going to take the body to the next level. And yes, your heart is going to benefit from this, which is going to essentially give you more energy. Whenever you do a parasite cleanse, you are cleaning out tissues that you are just unaware of that needed to be cleaned all along. We will put these different protocols together with a binder, and that whole process will give your body the ability to kill the bugs and then suck out the trash, and then you'll have a good elimination and all is going to be better. Now, if a person has symptoms while they're going through the detox, this is important. The parasite cleanse. If you have symptoms like headaches, or if you have a rash, or a pimple pop up, or your bowels feel bloated, or you feel more like joint ache and joint pain, that just means that your body is having a harder time getting rid of waste, trash, and debris. And a lot of times at that moment, that's when we have to add in some bowel support and push the bowels forward. I love the intestinal cleanse number 1. What that does is that helps to stimulate muscle contraction to the bowel and help push that trash through. When you're doing your parasite cleanse, you want to make sure that you're hydrating well. You want to at least do 32 ounces per 50 pounds of body weight every day, but you want to maximize that maybe even a little more by adding salts to it, or electrolytes to it, or Ultima, or my microbiome salt. It is 80 plus trace elements and microbiome support. It's from Premier Research Labs. You can go to shop.justlivewell.com or call 281-554-8600. And this salt is powerful. I was just talking to some guys this morning that when you look at salt. Salt is so powerful in activating the cells of the body to perform better, to detox the body better, to create radiance in the body's communication from nose to toes, all the way from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Every tissue, every cell, every organ in your gland benefits from minerals and benefits from salts. And so salt is one of these crystals that it never changes form. It really is salt, even in your body. It's salt in your blood. It's salt in your tissues. It's salt in the water floating around in the intracellular, extracellular space. And then when you pee it out, if it were to be dried out, it would be a salt crystal. And that's why Lot's wife, when she was turned into a pillar of salt for her disobedience, she turned into a pillar of salt because she was essentially ash and salt after everything was burned away. Salt is the same crystal that goes in. It's transformed, but it's not broken down. That's what is so fascinating. And to kind of appreciate that energy, it holds its own energy, and it holds its own ability to push cellular health onward, upward, goodward, and Godward. It pushes detox pathways, anti-aging pathways. It helps your hair stay radiant. It helps your skin stay radiant. It helps your sleep stay deep. It helps you hold other minerals intact. You cannot go wrong. And right now, if you go look at a blood panel, the 133 is like medical low. 145 is their high. It's too much of a range. They're allowing people to run around at a 138 or less, and they're okay with it. And then they tell you, oh, but salt's bad. But the reality is if you were in an emergency medical situation, guess what would happen? They would put you on a bag of saline, aka salt. So salt can't be that bad if they're going to use it in emergency medical situations, not just for dehydration. For I don't know what's going on, put them on some IVs, let's get them started. And we're trying to hydrate the body using salt, but yet we're scaring Americans to stay away from this stuff, which sets their immune system down this trajectory of weakness, which gives their body an inability to produce detox pathways to get rid of waste, produce the detox pathways ability to detox what we need to get rid of regularly, and we accumulate waste. And when you accumulate waste, you store it in three main places: your brain, your joints, and your fat cells. So now you know why you can't remember why you walked into a room. Now you know why your joints are hurting. And now you know why you can't lose weight. But if you do these parasite protocols, if you get enrolled in our detox programs, you will see a new version of you begin to emerge. I remember the first detox I did. My wife goes, dude, you lost a ton of weight. I'm like, I know. I didn't even know I had that much kind of weight to lose. And then probably like the 13th detox I did, I was talking to one of my buddies, and he was like, do you realize the toxins that you're getting rid of is what was you? What you see before me is either a toxic me or a cleansed me. And hopefully it's a radiant, vigor, and vibrant me, right? I hope I'm full of life and full of energy. I hope the Holy Spirit's joy, Jesus on you, is flowing through me to you. And we are feeling the energy shift as we do these cleanses. See, if you want to be more vibrant in your work, if you want to be creative in your home and starting a new business, having the energy and the ability to carry through the month, through the week, through the day. Some people don't even make it through Monday, much less Friday. This is because the bioburdens are too high. The toxic load is too high. The minerals are too low. The body's immune system is weak and tired. Guys, there is so many cool things that you can tap into, but you got to choose. You got to set yourself up for success. You got to unite. See, shared goals build unity. Unite with drchapawellness.com. Get your detox. Call us at 281-554-8600 and tap in to our detox, bug killing, restoration, vitality program and experience a new level of health and vitality. So what can you expect as a result of doing this cleanse for 3 days or 5 days or 7 days? You will see that once you're on the other side, you will have cleaner, better bowels. You will have more bowel movements. You know, you're supposed to have 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. Most people right now are having one every other day, and they call that, oh, it's okay. The doctor said I can go 2 or 3 days without having a bowel movement. No, you can't. You're full of it. And literally, not only are you full of it, you're storing it in your brain. storing it in your joints, storing it in your fat cells. And toxins need to be removed from the body, and you can tap into the programs that kill these bugs, that detox these tissues, and allow your body to thrive in a world that needs thriving. We need more creative, healthy people sharing messages of their creative gifting that God has given them. But they are so focused on their own aging curve. They are so focused on their own chronic fatigue. They don't have the ability to take care of the needs of others at the level they've been called to. They want to, but people can't because their bodies are hurting and run down. And then they're grumpy, and then it leads to depression or anxiety. And then they're on medications, and they get diagnosed with high cholesterol. And I'm like, guys, it's not, the cholesterol is only up because you've got so much inflammation because you haven't done the work to take care of your body. It's okay that your cholesterol is going to go up. I am not worried about your cholesterol. If you cleanse your body, your cholesterol will balance out. And when your thyroid is out of whack, you bet your bottom dollar your liver's out of whack. And when your liver's out of whack, you can rest assured your bowels are probably slow. You see how this domino effect begins in the bowel. All life starts and stops at the cellular level, and nutrition is the fundamental backbone, and all of it comes down to the gut. You take care of the gut, it turns it into a vacuum. That's why we want to deburden the bugs with the binders. We want to deburden the body with the bug killers, the different herbs that we're using. Everything from black walnut hulls to artemisinin to wormwood to menoposa to just a conglomerate of different herbal cocktails and remedies that we can use to get your body after this immune burden, this bioburden that you are carrying day in and day out. So I get really excited about this because it's your life, your health, your choice. You have a chance to choose well. And my message to you today is to choose well. drchopawellness.com. Be a part of our protocols, our programs, our training, so that you can live the best version of you possible, that you can feel your best day in and day out. And when you're done with your detox, your 3-day, 5-day, 7-day program, you will have more radiant skin. You'll have less belly bloat. You'll have more mental clarity, more eye focus. You won't get eye strain when you're staring at your TV, your computer all day long. You will have better, deeper sleep, less nightmares, less irritability when you wake up. You'll have more energy when you get up. You know how many times people go to sleep, wake up, and they're more tired in the morning than when they went to sleep? That's because the liver couldn't keep up. And yes, parasites are pooping in your liver, they're pooping in your brain, they're pooping in your eyes, and you have to go and kill the bug, clean them out, and then clean up the messes. We have protocols to help support all those different processes. So I want to encourage you again, 281-554-8600, Bug Killing Restoration Vitality Program. Let's build you something. Let's get you enrolled in the vitality world, and let's stop waiting for disease. Let's stop waiting for a conglomerate of symptoms. Let's stop accepting mediocrity, and let's start pushing onward, upward, goodward, and Godward by taking the bull by the horns and taking care of our body's needs. Guys, this is Dr. Chapa, and remember, Dr. Chapa loves ya. And I really, really do. I want you guys to feel good, live good, and be good all the days of your life. So stay strong, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.